First thing you have to do is press this down and take this piece of plastic out. All right, that'll bring this up. The next thing you have to do is put this in, run this screw out. Well, it fell out, so okay, now this screw is supposedly supposed to fit in this groove here. Okay, so this is a set screw. Put that in. All right, I didn't even tighten it, but I think I will tighten it. I pressed this button in, and then that made this easy to put down in there. And you have to line this button up with this hole. And then just press it in. And then this handle here, if you want it to go up, then you twist this clockwise, like that. If you want it to go down, counterclockwise. So right now I want it to go clockwise. I got major problems over here. We've got possible hubs that are a problem on this truck. Okay, right here is the A-arms. I want to put this jack right about there. Right on that piece of steel right there. That is one of the A-arms. Loosen these, and I'm going to take these out. These are 13 millimeter, I believe. I'm going to take these out like this, put some grease on them, anti-seize grease, and then put them back in. Also, these bolts back here, this one right here, there's another one up here. I had to use a pipe on one of them, and now I'm getting these out. I couldn't use an impact wrench. Well, I could with maybe a couple of extensions, but I didn't want to do that. And this one is 13/16. Take these, this caliper, and I had to take this clamp here, put it on here like this, and then push these brake pucks back in. Brake pistons, they're called pistons, but I had to push them back in because these brake pads are no good. So now I'm trying to get these bolts off. There's one right here and one up here, same size, and these are 13/16. Now this one here, this caliper, I got a piece of wire holding it up on the other upper arm, upper A arm. Back here, here's a bolt here, here's another one up here, and there's one over here. Now this is to get the hub off. But all the bolts are going to look like this. It's about 2.5, 3 inches long. Okay, there's a sheet metal shield, and the shield goes from about 1 o'clock to about 4 o'clock. And in order to get a puller on here, I would have to bend this shield out some, but right now it's not coming off. So I'm going to put these bolts, these really long ones, back in. Put a little grease on these. Okay, now what I'm going to try is I had to take this bolt and I had to thread it from here down to here to make it work. So you're going to take this, put it in here like this, and thread it into the nut. Spin the nut back on this area right here. Okay, what we're trying to do is I'm trying to get this disc off. Okay, now I took this bolt, put it through here, this bracket, and then I put a nut here. I threaded the nut on. Then I put a piece of aluminum here so that this bolt can bear against that aluminum, not mess up the threads. And then I took, and this bolt here only had maybe 1 inch of threads, but I threaded it clear back to here. You can't see it right now. Trying to get this rotor off. And this is aluminum, so it's cast aluminum, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. Oh my gosh. When that broke loose, it broke loose, boy. Oh my gosh. You can see the marks where I hit it with a hammer on both sides. And this one has a little bit more marks on it over here for some reason. Okay, if you want to clamp this down a little bit, go ahead and do that. But I got these hammer marks all over the edge. I'm going to grind them down. Now, if you think this is too severe, that's okay. You want to use a file, whatever. I just want to get the ridge off of it. And there was a ridge on it. It would be like maybe a 64th of an inch sticking up on the edge. So now I can turn it and get the rest of it. One thing you got to do here is put some anti-seize on this hub. If you don't have a book, you should have a book. Okay, this is an 07 1500. So, and it's 2002 and later. Hub and bearing mounting bolts. Two-wheel drive, which is this one, 1500. That's 120 pounds, foot-pounds. Take one of the old pads. Fortunately, I did not tear up these clips. As I have said many times before, anything that looks like a clip, you just call it a clip. I mean, it's no more complicated than that. I put on a lot of components on Jeeps especially, so I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so your new pad should look like your old one with these clips properly installed. Alright, now this is caliper bracket, and I'm not sure the exact name of it. You have to have some brake grease like this. First, take your screwdriver, put a little of this brake grease on there. You're going to have to put it right here. Same with the next one, down here. Now this brake grease, you're going to have to apply it carefully because it's very important that you get this on there. Because if you don't, your brakes will not work. Let's cover this entire surface. And I'll get a close-up of that so we know what we're talking about. It's these little pads right here. You don't want to go crazy on putting this grease on. Just get enough to cover it. Okay, now this one has to go like this. Just like that. Okay, next one. Okay, here's the clip. Gonna have to take the pad, turn it like this, put this clip on. Now it goes like that. Right? So it's gonna fit like this. Take the other one, make sure it looks exactly the same. Okay. Okay. Now make sure it fits in there. Okay, these brake pads, this assembly right here, gonna have to go on like this. Okay? And you can see that there is one place where the bolt goes through up here and one down here. And these are the bolts you're going to use. So get your bolts ready. Put these pads in. These are 21 millimeter. These bolts are 130 foot-pounds. Wire that you had put on earlier, take the wires off. Okay. Now put it on like this. Have to get the wire all the way off. Okay, once you get this on, it's kind of hard to get these little greasy things in there, these greasy bolts. These bolts right here, they do not thread into anything. You just push them in and try to get this on, this part right here, on. Then you have to take these little bolts right here and thread them in. They thread into these longer bolts. If you want to know how to lift a heavy tire, take a crowbar like this. Put a 4x4 down here. Get it under your tire and lift it up like this.
Okay.
For these chrome wheels, you got to have this on first. Forgot about that.